Hello.
Hi, Lisa, Sandy.
Hi, Sandy. Hi, Tiffany. Hi, Tony. I also
Hello,
have
how are you?
good. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
Good to hear. I also have my Fathom note taker and my reading AI notes. They're basically a program that will summarize this for the people who don't want to watch the video, who cannot make it. A lot of people RSVP that they would be here, so I am going to give a bit of grace and let people trickle in. Probably get started around 8:05 just as a heads up, but thank you guys for being timely. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. How's everyone?
Hi, Lynn. Hi, Kelly. Welcome. I just told the other attendees on the call that we would get started promptly at 8:05. I just like to give people a few minutes to get in without having to miss anything. But we will get started very shortly. Thank you for being here. Yay, another brave soul on camera. Hi, Kelly. You are muted, but I see you smiling.
Hello. Good to see you.
Good to see you too. I hope everybody's day's been going well. It started off kind of, I think no, actually, Lynn, you are not. Lynn, and if Sharon, aka Denny, is on, you guys are probably the only ones so far who aren't in the DMV area. So maybe you are experiencing different weather, but it was kind of overcast today, and then the sun came out. So not an overall gloomy day. Let me check to see how many people have RSVP'd. 17 people said they'd be here, so I'll just give it another 2 minutes and then we will start, and they will, for those who cannot attend, as well for those who are here, just in case you need to hop off or you miss something. This is recorded. I only share the recording with the people who are coming on the trip. So you guys will have access to that when I send it out, which will hopefully be by tomorrow. But hopefully we have a majority tonight, as 17 people said they were coming. Oh, I'm sorry, I miscounted. 10 people out of 17 who RSVP'd said they were definitely going to be here. That is what it is.
Lisa, what's the total count of people that's actually going?
So this trip has a capacity of 21 people, based on some of the rooms being reworked. It was going to be more, and then I visited the house with Nay, and we just didn't like all the we didn't like all the common areas. So then we just made it less people so people could have their own space and spread out. So there's 21 people that can come, and there are 3 spots left. Okay, I'm getting them. No, nobody experienced a waiting room, right? When they joined, I'm getting a message from someone who said can I let them
I
in
didn't.
from the waiting room?
No, I did not.
I did
Okay,
not.
I think that might be user error. I'm going to text them the link. But anyway, we will get started. Okay, sorry, I'm just making sure I have the group chat open just in case. Oops, maybe I sent them the wrong link. Give me 1 second. Sorry, I just want to make sure everybody who wants to be on this call can be on this call. I feel like they might have accidentally clicked sometimes when I make a calendar invite on Google, it sends people like it automatically populates with a Google Meet. So I just want to make sure everybody has the Zoom link. So my apologies as I'm looking at my phone, but I have to open up my calendar and get the right link to send people. Ooh, time flies. It's already the 20th. Okay, sorry. And I'll stop saying sorry. The chef is having difficulties. Okay. All right. I'm done texting all the people and we are getting back, or we are going to get into it. Okay. So thank you for being here on this Monday evening. What are we? 3 weeks? About 3 weeks. 1, 2, 3 weeks until our trip. I forget when I first put this trip out. I feel like I decided to host this trip right after Deep Creek. I had such a good time in Deep Creek, and I was like, it was great energy, and I love a local trip. That's how Lesbi Friends started. We were doing an annual winter trip to Deep Creek, and it was really nice to come off of, just feeling all the energy, and like people had a great time and just wanting to recreate that sooner than later. So I didn't want to wait for another winter trip. So I decided to put together a summer-ish trip, almost summer trip, domestically. As you might know, because you're following the group and because you probably get my newsletters, we are mostly traveling internationally this year, but sometimes it's fun just to have a long weekend getaway, meet some new people, and yeah, so that's what we will be doing, and that was how this trip came to be. Don't let me plan any other trips while we're in Virginia, because my calendar is booked next year, and hopefully yours will be too. But okay, without further ado, I like to start off these trip information sessions that are dedicated for the individual trips by the people who are here introducing themselves. This is an interactive session, so I will not just be talking at you. We will be conversing. And so I will be sharing information, but this is also a virtual meet and greet. So everyone who is coming on the trip can meet each other virtually. We can learn a little bit more about each other. For those who want to be on camera, we can see each other's faces and kind of just get excited and geared up for the trip. So we're going to do intros, and it's probably going to go quickly because there's only like half of us on the call. As I mentioned before, when Sandy asked the question, what's the capacity of this trip or how many people are coming? There is room for 21 people. Right now we have 18 people signed up, so there is still room for 3 additional people who want to get in last minute and have a great time. And the majority of people did RSVP, so they might trickle in later, but we will start by introducing ourselves that are in the group. And we'll just do a quick intro. So if you can share your name, if you want to share your pronouns, you're welcome to, and then where you are calling from. Later, I'll ask more thought-provoking questions, but this is just a very cursory introduction, so we can get into the information sharing. I'll start. My name is Lisa. My pronouns are she, her. And I'm calling from Washington, D.C. Feel free to volunteer yourself, or I will volunteer you. So.
I'll go next since I have to be quick with my camera. Hello, everyone. I'm Ty. My mother named me Tiffany. My pronouns are she, her. I live in Baltimore, Maryland. I am originally from New York City.
Nice to meet you.
And I'm working my side hustle so I can pay for this trip.
We appreciate you, Ty.
Hello, my name is Sandy. My pronouns are she and her. I'm in DC. I'm originally from Florida, and I'm excited about the trip.
Thank you, Sandy.
I'm Channing or Cha Cha. My pronouns are her and she, excuse me. And I am the caterer for the trip. Just jumping on. Hope to see everybody on next weekend.
Thank you.
2 more weekends. Don't
Well, 2
push
more
it.
weekends. I'm doing softball today. I'm working the FOP. I'm doing softball today. So if I'm in and
you're
out, it's because I'm here,
multitasking.
but I'm here. Yeah, I'm multitasking.
Okay, thanks. We just didn't want to move this up because we want to show up when you show up. Thank you, Cha Cha.
Hello, my name is Kelly. I'm she and her, and I'm in Alexandria, Virginia.
Hi, Kelly.
Hey.
Hey everyone, I'm Tony. Pronouns she, her, and I'm in Washington, D.C.
Thanks, Tony.
Hi, my name is Lentina Lampley.
Lynn, you're a little low. Can you speak up a little? Actually, I don't even know if I could hear you.
Is it better? No?
Barely.
We can see you.
You're really low.
Something else. Go to the next person.
Okay, and if anything, you can put it in the chat. We could hear you, but like a whisper. But we have a couple more people who have not introduced themselves, maybe 3. So you guys are welcome to share your name, pronoun, where you're calling from, and if you like, where you're originally from.
Hi, I'm Sharon. I'm in Vermont right now, and my pronouns she and her. That wasn't a question, by the way. It is she and her.
It did sound a little inquisitive, but thank you, Sharon, for being here.
Hey, hi everybody. I am Naima Nay. I am originally from Washington, D.C., and I don't live too far. I live in Capitol Heights, Maryland. I'm a she. All right.
Hi everyone, I'm Dorcia Cash, she, her, and I am in Atlanta.
Thank you, Dorcia. Haven't seen you in a while. No, I'm just kidding. Dorcia and I were just in Puerto Rico. So we have a nice little healthy tan, despite the light on my camera. Well, welcome. Yep, I think I have all the faces. Yep, we checked all of that off. Maybe people will join us later and maybe they'll get to do the introductions again, but I will be asking you guys a couple more questions, so just know that you will be contributing more. Thank you for that. I know that this is a good amount of our first trips that we are attending. I'm excited to have a good mix of new people as well as seasoned people who have been on a Lesbi Friends trip before. Piggybacking off of our introductions, I would like to just point a couple people out. As Cha Cha mentioned, she is the caterer / on-site chef for the weekend. She has catered a few of my events now, and people always love her food. I actually sought her out when my friend Toya had I forget what kind of party it was, but I know you've catered for Toya a couple of times, and I always enjoy your food. So I was like, can you make this happen? Can you come on this trip with us? And lo and behold, Cha-Cha was available. Very excited to have her. She has tailored the menu to all of our dietary preferences and restrictions. So what everybody wants to eat will be met. I will be sharing the themed menu ahead of time, so you will know what is being served, what the flavor profiles are. Because this is a domestic trip, it's a little bit easier to bring food with us when we travel. So for those of you who, I'm sure you're going to love all of Cha-Cha's food, but for those of you who have a specific, thing you have to have that we might not provide, you'll still have the opportunity to do that. Again, you'll have the menu ahead of time, so you'll know what Cha-Cha's making. I would also like to introduce Nay. Nay is a good friend of mine, and is Nay still here? No,
I'm still here.
Oh, sorry. You're like you moved on the
You know how this is.
On my screen. Nay is a good friend of mine. She's been on several of my trips. I feel like it was back in, I don't know when Nay started offering her help, but I turned it down so many times. She kept coming around and being like, I know I'm paying to go on this trip, but let me help you out anyway. And I was just so appreciative. She wore me down, guys. And so Nay has come on a few trips now as a helper, a co-facilitator, a collaborator. I am letting Nay rest a little bit more on this trip, so she won't be working the entire time. But she is, one of the people that if you do have a question on the trip, she gonna know it like I know it. So she will be helping out and running things on the trip. Nay does some really fun things that people typically enjoy on the trip. So, and then if the other
hello,
people...
I'm just gonna say hello. I mean, I know Cha-Cha ain't saying nothing, but I'm gonna speak for both of us. We're excited for you all coming, and we look forward to just showing you a great time. It's a great space, and I can't wait to be in that backyard. That's all I have to say. So look forward to it.
It is a nice space. We don't always survey the places. Like, I'll find a cool space and then I'll trust the vision. I'll look at the reviews. I'll look at the property management company. This was different because it was only an hour and a half away. So we made that day trip. Well, for some of us, we know Dorcia and Lynn and Sharon, you are taking a flight to get here, which we appreciate. But for the most part, the rest of us are just going to hop in a car and go. But it's a really nice space. It has a really nice amenities. It has like a whole arcade in the downstairs area. So there's plenty to do in the house at the facilities. There is a link, and I'll provide you that when I send out the travel guide later this week. But it's on the website. If you haven't checked out the place where we're staying, there is a link so you can see all of the pictures. I'll actually just share my screen really quick and give you a quick little preview so we can all see. Okay. I won't expand all of these pictures because there's like 70 of them, but this is what the house looks like. I don't know whose idea was to have a guitar-shaped pool, but it's kind of funky, kind of cool. This pool is huge. There's a very nice area outside to lounge. It has a gourmet chef's kitchen. It has multiple refrigerators, which is always a plus, so we don't have to disturb the chef's refrigerator. We can also have a place to put items that we want to be kept cold. It has multiple common areas in this 3-story home, so plenty of room to spread out. Some people, they pay for a room and they end up sleeping on a couch, which is weird to me, but there are probably like just as many couches as there are beds. So if you are one of those people who wants to sleep on a couch, or just, stays up late talking to someone and falls asleep on the couch, this will be the space for you. Yeah, we could probably do a fun manhunt in this house. I might add that on because it's so huge. It's really a nice space, comfortable, clean, well maintained. And you can see that I'm not even like halfway through the pictures. So I'm not gonna go through all the pictures. I will share the link if you would like to just know the space a little bit better. And because I tried to make it so you were signing up for a specific room, so you already knew the description, but you should be able to identify what room you are in. But if you, after reviewing the space, then if you have any questions about your specific room, I will send you that picture individually, but the pictures don't do it justice. Okay, so that's the accommodation. I already told you the purpose or intention or how this trip came to fruition. I'm going to take a breather from talking at you and make this a little bit more interactive because, again, this is a virtual meet and greet. So we are going to do our first icebreaker question after introductions, which is what is your favorite concert that you've been to? I started off by, this question was going to be like, what was your first concert? But then someone suggested the favorite concert. One, because they didn't want to date themselves. But then two, because who remembers what their first concert was? And then it's just nice to see what people's like music tastes are. So I'll go first. I'll lead by example while you guys all put on your thinking caps. My favorite concert, ooh, I want to give two. I'm going to break my own rules. No, I'll give one. My favorite concert, and I'm a festival gal, so I like a concert. I like a festival. Was actually Earth, Wind and Fire. I saw them in Boston, which is where I'm from. I took my mother and my uncle to see them, and I mean, their music was really good. I think they were missing one of their original members, but their music's just good, you know, feel good music. But also, I just loved being able to take my uncle and my mom and, you know, see them grooving out to you know, people that they listened to growing up. So that's my favorite concert. Who's next?
I'll go next. My favorite concert is The Chicks Live. They were here last September, and I took my sister for her birthday. Me and her are diehard Dixie Chicks fan when they were the Dixie Chicks. So to take her to see them live, and that was like the best concert ever. They sang live just like if you were listening to them like in your front yard. They are the best team smoking since sliced bread. So that was my favorite concert.
And you said Dixie Chicks, right?
So they were the Dixie Chicks, but because of the Trump stuff, they changed their name to the Chicks. And for gay pride, they changed their name to just the Chicks.
I like them even better now. I think I used to listen to them growing up, and that's cool. I didn't know about the name change. Thanks for that.
Yeah, they changed the name change because Trump had a lot of issues with them, and then by them always supporting the gay rights, and so they switched their name over to straight the Chicks.
Yes.
Love that. Thank you. Kelly, are you trying to go next?
Sure, I can. Thank you, Lisa. I went to a musician called Kelly Reichel. Kelly Reichel. He's from the island of Maui. Island of Maui. And he sings Hawaiian music. He's also a hula teacher. So I really appreciate that because it's cultural and I just love his energy that he projects. We call it mana or the power of like your spirit. So he has a good energy and spirit. So I appreciate that. His name is Kelly Reichel.
Can you put that in the chat? I'm gonna look him up.
Sure. Now, I don't know how to speak Hawaiian or understand Hawaiian, but just the energy that he projects is wonderful. It's really cool.
Love that. Thank you, Kelly.
Mhm.
I can go next. Okay, so I'm gonna break your rule. My first concert was Patti LaBelle. I went with my friend like 7th grade, but honestly, I love a good outdoor concert. Just sitting outside, summertime, free outdoor in the park type of thing. Those are always my favorite concerts wherever I go.
Thank you, Nay.
All right, I can go next. And since we breaking rules,
You're a little low, Tony.
oh, okay. Can you hear me better? A little bit. All right. I'm gonna break the rule too, since we out here breaking rules. So I'm gonna say that my favorite concert, I went to go see Usher at his residency and I just had really, really good seats. So I literally could like feel Usher's sweat, which might not sound like a good thing, but it was kind of cool. But it was a really good concert last year. And then I also like outdoor concerts, so I got to see Layla Hathaway, Kim, Jill Scott, Erykah Badu, and I'm forgetting Lettucey all in one concert. It was real dope. It was a Miami Jazz Festival concert many, many years ago.
Thank you, Tony.
So it's Sharon. I guess I can go next. I love Josh Stone.
Where did you
That
see where did you see Josh Stone?
like last year in DC.
Okay.
Yeah, it was real nice. Me and Lynn went. We both went, but that was
Okay.
nice.
Thank you for that. Adding him to the list. I feel like I know that name, but now I guess
Yeah, lady Josh Joss. I put it in the chat.
Oh, thank you.
Hey everybody, this is Ty. I put my answer in the chat. So real quick, because I am supposed to be securing people. Rhythm Nation, Janet Jackson was my first one. Red and Meth, and Biggie concerts were my favorite.
Cool. Thank you for that.
Rhythm Nation was my first concert too. I didn't even know who Janet Jackson was. I was so young.
How about that?
We got a
Okay,
few.
so I can go. I'd say my favorite was one of the many Beyonce concerts I went to. I think it was the first time I saw her at Essence Festival because I was right up front. So it was really cool. Other than that, I did see Janet Jackson a few years ago when she opened up the Cove at Atlantis in the Bahamas.
Nice. Okay, I think we would just have Sandy, no pressure, Sandy, but you would be the last if you did want to share. Or you can share later. No pressure.
Hi, everybody. I'm so sorry. I am listening. However, I do apologize. I did make Lisa aware I lost my stepmother this weekend, and my family and I we're working on things. So I'm trying to listen in because I do want to know what's going on with the trip, but I can't really participate. So I'm so sorry. Because my family's in Florida, so I'm listening, but I can't really participate.
You don't have to apologize, and I will not keep calling on you, Sandy. I just know you're here, so no worries.
You're fine, but thank you. And thank
Okay.
you, Chacha. I appreciate your condolences. Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that, everyone. Everybody has shared favorite concerts. Okay, now let's get into the itinerary, and then I'm going to give you guys a verbal, and maybe Chacha might want to do this herself, but I was going to go through the overview of the menu before sending out a written more detailed one. Okay, so as you could probably tell when you signed up for this trip, or maybe you attended an info session to learn more about this. This is really a great introductory trip. I know a couple of us are going on bigger trips later, like longer or international trips. This is a great way, of course, to meet the group, some of the people you could be traveling with, as well as just get the feel, the energy, the flow. All of the trips are a little bit different, and so this pre-summer trip is specifically a mostly at home trip. So there's really not a need to leave where we will be staying. There's plenty of activities, and all the food is provided in the house. There's plenty of things to do in the house. There are things that are planned. There's built-in free time, but there is optional off-site time. as well, if you did want to take advantage of the area and get out a little bit. We actually have access to the house earlier than usual on Friday. So I'll send this all in writing, so you'll have this. But you can actually check in anytime after noon on Friday. The house will be set up and ready for your arrival. I realize not everybody might take off for work, or that just might not fit in their travel plan. So you don't need to be there at noon, but you are welcome to come anytime after noon. The actual events, or the planned events, will not start until later in the day. At 5 p.m. That's when we will start our programming, and that will be a welcome mixer of sorts. So you'll be able to have a cocktail or a mocktail, meet some of your fellow housemates, and we will have a self-guided scavenger hunt for people to, if you feel like being a little bit competitive, you can compete solo or in teams, and it's a way for you to get to know someone or someone's on the trip, as well as explore this amazing house that we're going to be enjoying for the long weekend. Then afterwards, I'm not sure, it's hard to tell when everybody's going to arrive, but I'm hopeful that most people will show up for dinner. So dinner is going to be around 6:30, and we will dine and mingle with one another. So please come hungry, because Cha-Cha will probably be overfeeding us, because she is generous, and that is how she shows her love. And so we will eat a very delicious meal on Friday night. Then we will have a chance to rest our food, relax, maybe get settled a little bit more, and we'll have the first night we'll kind of take it easy. We're going to do a couple rounds of icebreakers and have a game night. I probably own like 60 games. I will not bring all 60 because there's just not enough room in my vehicle. But I will bring quite a few, and then people are welcome to bring games as well. And there are just some games that we might not need actual cards or, materials for. So if you have any, games you just really enjoy playing, please bring your ideas and your energy to the group. That will start at 9 p.m. and this will be in the itinerary. I do put suggested attire for the individual activities that we're doing. So this will be a way to show off our personality on the first night. So you'll be asked to wear some PJs that show off your personality a bit. You don't have to go shopping for them. You can wear something you already have, but if you want to, make your way to Target and their cute, pajama set and get some new cute pajamas, you are welcome to. For those of us who arrive later or just want to keep the fun going, there are 2 hot tubs on site. One is indoor and one is outdoor. Actually, when Nay and I visited a couple months ago, the indoor one was just being set up. So fingers crossed that is up and running, but there will at least be the outdoor hot tub. So, and that's an optional activity. We can't all fit in one hot tub. So, and not everybody wants to soak and mingle, but that will be something for later night activities for those who want to partake. We do start both Saturday and Sunday mornings with a light workout activity that will be led by Peaches. She's a good friend of mine. She's not on the session, but a couple of you might know her and know that name. She is religious about working out, and so and she enjoys sharing that with people. So we'll see. I'll check in with her specifically, but so far I have it that we're going to do a mindful stretch on Saturday morning, and then more of a little bit more of a movement aerobic type workout on Sunday morning before we have our breakfast. So then moving into the day or then we have breakfast. Again, another delicious meal that Cha-Cha is going to prepare for us. Oh, I should have mentioned, on Friday night, we will have a Mexican themed dinner. And then on Saturday, we'll have it will be breakfast, but traditional brunch items. We're gonna have a mimosa bar, both with non-alcoholic options, and of course coffee and tea with all the accoutrements. I know coffee's life for me, so I will definitely make sure we have that for everybody else. And then we are going to get into, excuse me, I have dual screens going here. Then we are going to, weather permitting, I think we will have good weather the entire weekend. We are there. But we're going to get outside and move around a little bit after we settle our breakfast. Nay leads some really exciting, thoughtful, fun. I don't want to call them a wilderness walk or a hike because that might sound intimidating. But for the hour and a half that Nay will, have you exploring, you will have a great time outside. Then we will come back to the house and we will have a light lunch. Cha-Cha is preparing a sandwich and salad bar on Saturday afternoon. After that, there will be some built-in free time. This could go a couple of different ways. So right, this trip was advertised as being somewhat adventurous, right? And so I did offer an add-on of an outdoor adventure activity, and I'm going to circle back because maybe some people missed it, but there is an option to add on zip lining, whitewater rafting. There was one other thing. At a facility that's like a 20-minute drive away. I love stuff like this, but I know it's not everybody's cup of tea. So when I send out the itinerary and the follow-up of this meeting, I'm gonna survey the group and see how many people are interested in participating. Sometimes people just like to go take the couple of hours that they have to explore the area. There's good places for like antique shops or thrifting in this area. I will provide you with some things you can do if you do want to get outside of the house, but you also don't need to leave the house at all if you don't want to. But there is some built-in free time a little bit after lunchtime. Then we are going to there will be I'm debating whether, I think this is going to be the next day. Yes, it'll be the next day. We're going to do a wellness activity of sorts, a mindful activity, something with art. I'm not trying to give it all away, but we are going to do something on site to stretch our creative prowess, if you will, before we have dinner. And dinner is an Asian themed night, and you will probably be asked to wear a specific type of clothing. It could be color, but you will get that assignment. Everything is optional. You don't have to do it, but you might be the odd man out if you are the only one in purple and everybody else is wearing white. I'm not saying we're going to have a white night. I'm just saying. So be sure to check out the column that says suggested attire when you're reading the itinerary. And then at night we're going to have a dance party. I love the theme, so that might be a theme, but we will have a little bit of a dance party, dancing optional for those who don't really know how to dance like me. And I'm sure some people will be enjoying, that hot tub again. So our last full day there, again, we'll start the morning off with a movement activity, another delicious breakfast. Sunday's breakfast theme is all about the frittata and the quiche. And as someone who loves eggs, I will be first in line to get my frittata on. We are also going to, we're going to do a field day. So I hope some of you are as competitive as me and, you know, start stretching now because we're going to be outside, you know, playing some games. There might be some prizes. There will be bragging rights at the end of this competition. I know some of us are competitive. So we'll do that after breakfast, and before lunch. Then our lunch option, I'm excited. I don't know exactly what Cha-Cha's cooking up, but it's all about the dips. Cha-Cha's so creative, so I'm sure that it's going to be amazing. But that's the theme for lunch on Sunday. We are then going to have a pool party in the afternoon. And then we will, you know, dry off, have a little bit of free time, and then we will have a soul food dinner on Sunday. And we'll see what shenanigans we get into on Sunday night. But just know this is not the type of trip that you're going to get a lot of rest on. Just saying. You can sleep if you want. It's your vacation, but you might, you know, just be out kikiing all night and having a good time and enjoying the indoor arcade that the house features. There's like a pool table. They literally have like 4 arcade games, I think. And then unfortunately, we will have to say goodbye on Monday morning. There will be a grab and go breakfast, something light, just to, you know, get you on the road. And there will be, it's hard to organize something the day we depart because people like sneak out at all times of the day just to get an early start. But hopefully we will have like a you know, a group goodbye and ending ceremony. There's little things throughout the trip that we'll be doing as well. I can't give everything away. But there will be, you know, built in, like I have a coloring book station for those who like to meditate and color and are introverts sometimes and need alone time. If you want to bring, you know, a book or two to share with the group, we might have a book corner. I don't know how much reading we're going to do, but stuff like that. So there will be plenty of on-site activities. We actually do not need to leave the house. I'm going to gauge if people are interested in leaving the house, and we're going to get to do this adventure stuff that I was hoping for, but no pressure. And yeah, that will be it for the trip. Itinerary. Any questions? Does anybody need more information? I don't want to spell everything out. It's more like an overview. When I send out the itineraries, it will have descriptions, so you'll be able to get more of an idea, hopefully, if I haven't explained it to your liking. Okay, time for our last icebreaker. Maybe we'll add in one more. We'll see how close to 9 we get. Okay, so another way that we can get to know one another is, I like this icebreaker. You can definitely give an explanation behind it, or you could just give the answer and drop the mic. But I would like to know, if you had a superpower, what would that be? I like a why, so if you want to divulge that, please do. And I'm going to opt not to go first. So I'll need a volunteer.
I'll volunteer. So I'm thinking teleportation because it's so much easier. It'd be cheaper to get from here to there. That would be my why. And I think that would be a cool superpower.
Thanks, Kelly.
I'll go next. So I would like to give everyone a smile, like be able to have a superpower to make people just smile all the time. Why? Because who wouldn't want to smile? And when you smile, you really feel good and you're happy most times. So I should say smile happy. That's my superpower.
Yeah, I love that. Nice.
If I had a superpower, I would want it to be a doppelganger because sometimes I do believe I need 2 of me everywhere. as much stuff as I do. So a doppelganger will be ideal.
I think I would just want to read people's minds. If I was able to read people's minds, it would cut down on a lot of time. Just cut right to the chase. Is it or is it not? And keep it moving.
Keisha, who just joined us, we are sharing superpowers, what you would want your superpower to be if you could have one, and why. There still are a few people who haven't went yet, so you have time to think of one.
Okay, this is Sharon. So I would just like to fly like Superman.
You got superpower. Do I have a superpower?
Yeah.
What
You got superpower.
superpower? You have
Are we
one?
on mute?
No, I don't think so. We can hear you. Oh. What was you want to say?
I don't know.
I guess my superpower, this is Keisha speaking. I guess mine, and hello everyone. We are late joining
We are,
because,
y'all. We are.
sorry.
We had dinner. Sorry, and we signed up too.
So sorry. I guess my superpower would be to read people's minds. Especially mine. Because I'm a big communicator, and sometimes I think I try really hard to understand what other people are saying, but I just don't get it sometimes. So I think that would be my why I would like to have to be able to read other people's minds. That's my superpower.
Mm-hmm.
What about you?
I don't have one.
You don't have one? Okay.
Yeah,
All
I
right.
don't want it.
Anyone else? I'm gonna piggyback with Kelly, and I'm gonna teleport myself to all of the countries. So I don't have to pay for airfare ever again.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I will not call you out, Steph, unless you would like to share your superpower. And I don't know, Lynn, if you put yours in the chat, but if you do, I'll read it out loud. Keisha and
Shonda. Shonda. Keisha and Shonda.
I am so sorry. I was looking at the wrong line on my spreadsheet. My bad. Yes, you are Shonda because you're in pink with Keisha. Okay, I'm gonna just catch you guys up on the icebreaker you missed and the intro. And Stephanie, if you want to participate, you're welcome to. Dorsey, I don't think you shared your superpower either. If you want to share, we just did names where we're calling from, and then if you wanted to share where you're originally from, and then we also shared our favorite concert.
Favorite concert.
What's your favorite concert?
I had Alicia Keys' favorite concert. I enjoyed it. That was one of my favorite concerts. But no, my name is Shonda. Originally from Michigan. Reside in Georgia since 2009. And met this beautiful woman about a year ago. And my favorite concert is concert I went out with Alicia Keys.
Thank you.
We've had several concerts.
You gonna share, Keisha? We can hear you.
R. Kelly.
No.
I didn't want to say R.
I
Kelly.
didn't want to say it. I was like, I'm gonna get beat up.
The brother can say it. No,
I was gonna get beat up for saying it.
He does have a talent.
I was like, let me play it safe. Yeah, so again, my name is Keisha. We are calling from Atlanta, Georgia. I'm originally from a little bit of everywhere because I'm military. I'm ex-military. So, but I was born in Montgomery, Alabama. What else was
low battery, baby. Low battery.
It's still on though. I think, yeah, that was my favorite concert. But I like to listen to blues too. So I love blues. So we both love blues. So I would say a good blues concert too. I love
Rolling.
yeah. no. So yeah. So that would be one of my favorite. They usually have like a couple of blues singers. So nobody in particular. It's usually a group of them. So I love blues. So a good blues concert.
Okay, thank you for that. All right, you guys are all caught up. Appreciate that. And this will be, the video will be emailed to the people coming in the trip. So if you want to replay it and see what you missed, you are here, so you are not late. You are right on time where you should be. Because there are people who are not on right now. So you showed up. Thank you. Okay. There is a chat, so I'm checking the chat for those of you who don't have it pulled up. Ty wants everyone to know that she is not a morning person. So just note, she doesn't have a roommate, so she doesn't have to worry about anybody waking her up though. Cha-Cha also asked, Cha-Cha is our chef for the trip. She asked if there's anything anyone wants to see on the menu, and I'm going to share the menu this week with people via email. You can let them know, and she will pull it out of her bag of treats. Ty asked specifically for no pork, non-pork breakfast meats, and Cha-Cha responded that she doesn't cook with pork, so winning. Okay, I do want to open it up for questions. I just would like to mention that after this call, most likely tomorrow, but definitely this week, I will be starting the group chat. If you don't have WhatsApp, please download it. I kind of want to make it mandatory, but I can't really police what apps people have on their phone. But basically, that is a way for, I do create a chat group, invite everybody on the trip. That is a way for us to communicate leading up to the trip, during the trip. Hopefully there will be like no last minute changes, but like if I say, hey, you know, we instead of doing the pool party at 3 o'clock, we got to push it to 3:30. I don't want you waiting outside. So I would, it would behoove you to be on the WhatsApp group chat for communication purposes. And then after trips, people do like to keep the communication alive. I just hosted 2 trips, one to South Africa in April, one I just came back from Puerto Rico with Dorcia and on Friday, and people from the South Africa trip just a month ago already have visited each other from Texas to DC. So people definitely bond and connect and, make their next trip plans because they, have a new travel buddy. So that's another thing that the chat group is useful for, staying in touch. I'm on a group chat with Sandy from the Deep Creek trip in February this year, and people are trying to get like all these basketball tickets. I'm like, I don't know sports, but y'all go without me and have a good time. But literally that's going off right now on my phone. Like, you guys are about to get these tickets. But yes, so you will be added to the group chat. I will send an email out with the travel guide, which will include the itinerary, the address, all of the stuff that I've mentioned, the check-in details, what else? Packing list, a suggested packing list, all the stuff you'll need to know to get there and to prepare for the trip, basically. That will be going out this week. I do have a request of everyone, and I will put this in the email. If you could, I would like a picture of all of you. It's for an activity, and it's just amongst us in the house. So if you could send me a picture, a picture of just yourself. It could be, shoulders up, it could be full body, whatever you want. I would appreciate that. Again, you can text it to me, you can email it to me. I might even make a Google form so you can pop it in there. But send me a picture for, again, a really cool activity that I incorporate into my trips. And I think that's it. Does anybody have any questions that I might not have answered? I know this is a lot of people's first trip. Maybe how you feeling?
No, but can I say thank you to Lynn for inviting us? I appreciate it. I think she's on.
Yes, Lynn is on. I was thinking like, oh, two sets of people from Georgia. It's not a coinky dink, but that's awesome. Thank you, Lynn, for introducing Keisha and Shonda to the group. I'm sure they are welcomed addition, and I'm sure it'll be even that much more fun. Are you guys driving up together?
We're flying, and they're gonna come and get us. No,
they're not, because they're gonna be gone. Oh,
no, they're getting us from the airport. We're Ubering back. Yeah, they're gonna pick us up from the airport.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
I mean, you might be able to get a ride from someone too. That happened on the Deep Creek trip. Someone happened to be going like through West Virginia, and someone needed a ride. And they were
wow,
that way. So make connections. Save yourself some food here.
Okay, all right.
I know you got your ride covered, but for those of us who don't have a car or don't want to rent a car or what have you, I also do a carpool list spreadsheet so people can that will be sent out too, but people can connect. So if they don't want to make that trek alone, it'll have a place for you to put your information in and connect with one another. I can't facilitate that, so that's something you gotta facilitate yourself, but I create the vessel and then you do the work. I think that's it for me. Comments, concerns, questions? Anybody start packing yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
So I see nobody put suggestions in the box for food except no pork, which y'all don't have to worry about pork because I don't do pork anyway. So I'm taking it. Everybody's happy with all the menu selections that I've picked so far.
And if not Cha-Cha, then people can communicate. I'll make it known that people who aren't on this call can communicate that with me, and I will funnel that information to you.
Cool. Thank you. I appreciate it.
I mean,
is there anything else?
Oh, I was just saying you have sandwiches and stuff. I love tomatoes and stuff. I'm sure you'll have all that, but if you're asking for stuff. And I don't know if there's a taco night, but I love black olives canned. I mean, you asked.
Yes, there's a Mexican night. We're gonna have some more traditional brunch and breakfast items. There's a sandwich salad bar. There's an Asian night. I love Asian food. And then there's a soul food dinner. So if you guys have any, like, if you want mac and cheese for your soul food dinner, or you want some yams.
Yes, yams indeed.
Okay, y'all can just message me and I'll pass it on to the chef if you have any special requests.
Lisa, we can bring our own alcohol, can we?
Oh yes, that's a great question, Kelly. Yes, I welcome you to bring whatever accoutrements you would like for the enjoyment of the weekend for you. There will be a welcome drink supplied, as well as a mocktail, and the welcome drink will have alcohol. I mean, they're both welcoming drinks, but there will be a mixed drink of sorts, and typically it's like several gallons, so it might last a couple days into the trip. But yes, you are welcome to bring. Typically we have like a sharing table, and you don't have to share, but if you want to share snacks or drinks, there will be a place that we can put that all collectively. We definitely typically have bars on all the trips, like just
great
guest created bars.
Thank you.
And if you partake in other things that are not alcoholic, you are welcome to. There is just no smoking in the house or vaping, but do whatever moves your soul outside or just responsibly that doesn't leave a residue. I think there was no alcohol allowed in Puerto Rico, but people definitely brought it and did other things there too. So whatever is going to make your trip more enjoyable. All right. Any other questions? All right. Well, thank you for being here. I will be sending you guys an email. Don't forget to send me your pictures. I will mention that again in the email. I just need a picture of your face where you're recognizable. So it will be for an activity during the trip. So I just want to have those ahead of time so I can print them out for that activity. But thank you. And if any dietary restrictions have come out since you booked, like if you became vegan overnight, or a month ago, tell me so I can communicate with Cha-Cha. On my most recent trip, there were people who said, I eat whatever, but then someone was allergic to peanuts. You've got to tell me that so we don't cook with peanuts ahead of time. So even if it's like minute, share, especially food allergies, because we want everybody to be safe. And then if it's just a preference, we will try to accommodate that. So yeah, feel free to
Lisa,
email.
can I piggyback on that real quick? On the
Absolutely.
allergy part. So some people are allergic to food allergies when they're open. So like I had asked you about the seafood person. If you have an allergy that you cannot be in the same room with that particular product, please let me know. Or let Lisa know so she can let me know so I won't cook that in the house or cook that anywhere near, that kind of food, just because I want to make sure you're safe and we're all safe. Thank you.
Okay. Thanks, Cha-Cha. Great recommendation. I might build that into my too long registration form that I know some of you didn't want to fill out, but thank you for answering all the questions. All right, that's it from me. Y'all know how to reach me because I put my personal cell phone number in the signature line. So I'm available via text, email, and call as well. But I will see y'all in a few weeks, and y'all will be hearing from me in a couple of days with a follow-up to this meeting. So thank you for being here. Can't wait to see you all in person. And yeah, have a great evening. Have a great week ahead.
Bye. Have a good night, everyone.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Good night.
Keisha. Bye, Steph.